Greetings everyone. I'm your fellow film fan Jimmy Overton. I also have the honor of being the host of Monday at the Movies, a series of weekly classic films presented by the historic Wayne Theater, Ross Performing Arts Center, right here in Waynesboro, Virginia. As you know, the theater has been closed for a few months now because of government restrictions on social gathering, and we've been offering my customary Monday from week to week film introduction that I would normally do before we put the film up on the big screen at the theater online for you to enjoy the preempted films from the safety of your home, and many of us have been doing that. I've been doing that right along with you. All the films that would have been presented over the last few months have all been available and will continue to be available from Amazon Prime, Netflix, Vudu. So put them in your queue and enjoy the films as we go from week to week, and we'll stay current with each other. Good news, breaking news, with the film that I'm about to introduce for Monday, July 13th, is a very important day for the historic Wayne Theater because of the governor's reopening of Virginia in Phase 3. The historic Wayne Theater will also be reopening. All safety precautions, all restrictions on occupancy, contact, distance, etc. will be very, very strictly followed. So you can feel safe and secure by coming back and supporting the historic Wayne Theater. And I'll be there with you on Monday, July the 13th for a 2 o'clock matinee and a 7 o'clock evening screening of a fine motion picture up on the big screen, the way that we're all used to enjoying these great movies together over the last few years at the historic Wayne Theater. For those of you who don't quite feel like venturing out just yet, we will continue to provide these online introductions to the films along with the upcoming season, the 5th annual Audience Choice season, and you can continue to enjoy them in the safety of your own home. But please feel free to come and join us beginning Monday, July the 13th. Otherwise, you can follow us at #AtHomeWithTheWayne, #AtHomeWithTheWayne. There are some additional very entertaining postings there from other talented associates of the theater. All of the information about the conditions that will be followed by the historic Wayne Theater in reopening can be carefully scrutinized and evaluated for your consideration at the historic Wayne Theater website. I've also posted the announcement with all the details on my personal Facebook page, Jimmy Overton, and also on the Facebook page for the Classic Cinema Club. So please take a look at it. I think you'll see that all precautions will be followed, and it's a happy day. Been a very challenging time for not only the historic Wayne Theater, but theaters all across America. So please come and join us. We're into the 5th annual Audience Choice season now, and once again, you've suggested and picked a really great stream of films. For Monday, July the 13th, Little Women, from what many refer to as Hollywood's Golden Age, 1933, directed by George Cukor, who has a real gift for directing women. He made a number of films that are considered some of the most outstanding films dealing with women's issues over the years, and apparently he was very pleasant director for actresses to work with. More about that in just a moment. This film stars many of the leading actresses of the day. In that sense, it's a great time capsule for seeing exactly who's who in Hollywood among the leading ladies. Katharine Hepburn, and with this film, this puts Katharine Hepburn way over the top as probably our most, along with Humphrey Bogart, our most screened Hollywood icon at Monday at the Movies at the historic Wayne Theater, and rightfully so. Her co-stars are Joan Bennett, Edna May Oliver, Jean Parker, Frances D. Spring Byington, and Paul Lucas is in there also, running with a nice crowd in this film. Katharine Hepburn wrote in her autobiography, "The picture was an absolute joy to do. George Cukor was perfect. He really caught the atmosphere of the book and the period. It was, to me, always a symbol of my youth." Costume designer Walter Plunkett was forced to rapidly redesign actress Joan Bennett's costume in order to disguise her advancing pregnancy, something that she had successfully hidden from director George Cukor at the time of her casting. Katharine Hepburn also asked costume designer Walter Plunkett to copy a dress that her maternal grandmother wore in an old tintype photograph. It's a very, what we call a historical period drama, romantic drama. It has just about every element. It's going to hit every button emotionally. Great, great movie. Uncredited as producer of the film was the great David Selznick. He had a difficult time convincing RKO to go ahead with the film. There was a belief in some parts of Hollywood at the time that films based on historic novels were kind of falling out of favor, particularly those that centered on women. Because of this, there was some difficulty getting the film green-lighted, as they say. However, it opened on November 16, 1933 at Radio City Music Hall, where it broke attendance records, earning over $100,019.33 in its first week of release, which is the equivalent of several millions and millions of dollars in 2020 money, revenue. Little Women was in the top 10 most popular movies at the U.S. box office in the year 1933. There's been at least 7 versions, beginning with a silent feature in 1917, including 2 television series and a remake of the story as recently as last year, 2019, Little Women. But, friends, this is the one you want to see. With the great Katharine Hepburn and some of the finest actresses in Hollywood in the period, Little Women from 1933. Join us this Monday, July the 13th, at the historic Wayne Theater. Look into it online and make your own decision about what you feel safe in doing, but I can guarantee you that every precaution will be taken. They're up for the task on this, and I'll be there with you, and we'll have a great time once again sharing these fine movies up on the big screen where they so richly deserve to be. And as we've known, it's like seeing them again for the first time in a theater on the big screen, so there's really no comparison. But if you choose to wait a little bit longer to join us in person at the theater, by all means, please continue to follow the films from the safety and comfort of your own home. Join us July the 13th at the historic Wayne Theater for 1933. George Cukor directed, starring Katharine Hepburn and Joan Bennett, Little Women. You won't be disappointed. This is your fellow film fan and host of Monday at the Movies, Jimmy Overton, saying, until we meet again, make it a double feature, my friends. Thank you very much.